Hey, I'm Randy, and you're watching The Cheap Audio Man. Here at The Cheap Audio Man, we help folks find high-value, hi-fi home theater and headphone equipment. And today, we're talking about a CD player transport. That's right, we're talking about the Emotiva ERC-4 CD player transport and something else. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the Emotiva ERC-4 CD player transport and something else. Today's sponsor is Sith Audio ball peen hammers. I know if you're an audiophile and you're working on your metal projects, not all hammers are certified audiophile. That's why Sith Audio's got you covered for all your metalworking needs with the Sith Audio 8-ounce ball peen hammer, $327. But it's certified audiophile. Are CDs dead? No, they're not. They're not dead. Why? Because I have a whole bunch right over there. And you can walk into just about any music store and still buy them. And 75% of all the physical media sold the last few years was CDs, not vinyl. That's right, CDs still outsell vinyl 3-1. At least that was the information that I got lately. Could be different now. But it sounds good, doesn't it? So I reached out to Emotiva when I found out they had a CD player because, well, I didn't have a decent CD player. I do have an Oppo Blu-ray player that I use for CDs, and then I have a TAC CD player that I don't really use for CDs because it doesn't sound that great. So they sent it out to me. Here's the deal, though. This CD player has a bit of a secret. Has a little something extra under the hood. This CD player also has a DAC, and I know all CD players have DACs. This one has a DAC that you can actually put stuff into, a coaxial and an optical. So this CD player is not just a CD player, it's also a standalone DAC. And it's balanced, has balanced outputs. So now, not only do you have a balanced CD player, you also have a balanced DAC. It also has single-ended if you don't have balanced connections. The price is $600. Comes with an awesome, one of the best remotes that I've ever had. All the buttons on the front are metal clickies. It's a very nice remote control. Got some cool little hex screws there on the bottom. Very nice. Easy too. So you want track 8, you just push 8. Want track 9? Push 9. You want to turn on your optical input from your computer or something like that, you push that. So optical coax CD. It's quite awesome in its simplicity. 3 buttons, bing, bing, bing. It is what it is. You don't get to mess with anything. Just sounds real nice. I had this hooked up to the Freya S. It's the one without tubes. Going into the Emotiva XPA Gen 3 2-channel, and then going into the ELAC Unify 2.0, one of my favorite speakers. I don't know how much of a review this is going to be per se, because it sounds good. I mean, here's the review. It's a CD player. It sounds real nice. I think the more important question is whether CDs are even relevant anymore because of streaming. I have a lot of CDs, and I have a lot of CDs for a couple of reasons. One, because nostalgia. I grew up with CDs. In the 80s, I got my first CD player, component CD player, and that was one of my defining moments in this hobby, was getting that CD player. I think it was in the mid 80s. My first CDs were NXS Kick and Poison. NXS Kick's a good album. Poison? I don't know. Doesn't matter, though, because one has at their fingertips all of the music they probably could ever want through streaming services. So through either your computer or a dedicated streamer like a Blue Sound Node, Raspberry Pi, Arylic offerings. There's a ton of different ways to stream. Why would anybody want a CD? Well, it comes down to 2 things for me. Nostalgia, and because it sounds better. Yes, I know. That's crazy. So what I just did was I took, and I used the internal DAC on the CD player. I took the Metallica Black album, the remaster, the one that just came out in September. I got the whole box set. There's all sorts of stuff inside. Yeah, a bunch of records, everything. Whole box set, okay? So I bought this to get 1 CD. Just kidding, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Anyway, I took the remastered Metallica Black CD. Then I fired up the old computer, connected it to the optical input. Is this the best and perfect way to A/B streaming versus CD? No. But I was using the same DAC, the same piece of equipment, the same power supply. The only real variable was the optical cable and then my computer. So if my computer's really noisy, okay, I get it. Anyway, what I did was I played a track off of the CD. Then I switched it to the computer, played the same recording, so the remaster recording, on the computer. And guess what? CD sounded better. And I'm not going to say it sounded way better, but I started noticing things like depth. The areas where I heard the biggest difference were the top end, as far as separation and detail retrieval, actually, and space and layering. The CD had a grander scale, more separated out instruments. The streaming just seemed like it was a little bit smaller. Not only smaller in scope, but also more jumbled. And it still sounded good. Don't get me wrong, streaming sounds... Most of my music listening is through streaming. But I could tell when I put the CD on, just better. Just better. I could be wrong. This is my personal experience on one piece of equipment with one record. The only thing I know is that I preferred the CD. On the back, one has a pair of balanced outputs, a pair of RCA outputs, a digital coaxial input, and a digital optical SPDIF, whatever you want to call it. And there's a power switch, IEC. It's built very well. I love the way Emotiva they have like the edges with the hex screws and everything. I just think it looks real nice, very industrial, and I like that. So for $600, one is getting a CD transport if you want, because you can digital out of the CD player. You're getting a DAC because you can digital in and coax in. And you're getting a CD player because you can use the DAC. Internal DAC is a Analog Devices 1955, I believe. That's not a cheap chip either. So there was some thought actually put into the DAC here. Again though, I don't have a ton of experience, so I don't have a bunch of $500 CD players in here. I have this one. And guess what? I like it. Frankly, I'm probably going to buy this from Emotiva. Whether it's nostalgia, or you're younger and you haven't really spent a lot of time with CDs, or you're older and maybe you're into more vinyl and you haven't spent a lot of time with CDs, I think one should give it a shot and figure out for themselves whether or not they think CDs sound better than streaming. Because personally I do. Streaming, yes, way more convenient, just like streaming's more convenient than vinyl. Streaming's more convenient than CDs. But it's kind of funny because it's like I've come full circle. Now I don't have my 5-disc Sony CD changer with the platter, and if you had it on random, it would be like chunk chunk chunk, and then it would play another song. Like there would be like 15 seconds between each song, and sounded like a automated factory going on when your songs are changing. I don't have that anymore. Or the Pioneer ones that had the vertical and then pull it out. No, it's a little bit more simple. It's just one CD. It's a lot of fun to play your CDs again or start your own collection. For a time on eBay, you could go on there and buy CDs for $3 or $4 used. Weren't always in the best shape. A lot of the stuff I have in this collection is from eBay. What I have been doing now is I'll listen to something on streaming that I really like, and then I'll just go buy the CD. Most CDs are still in print. So give it a shot. I know $600 is a lot, but if you don't have a DAC, and you consider that this one does have a DAC, something to think about, because it's awesome. It's awesome. Could be nostalgia for me. Could be because it sounds better. I think it does sound better. But if you're in the market for a CD player, transport, DAC, give the Emotiva ERC-4 a hard look. I do plan on getting more CD players / transports in here, but as of right now, the Emotiva is top of the heap for me, unless you can find a used Oppo Blu-ray player. I'm not selling mine though. So if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night we have Patreon-only Zooms. We also have a Patreon-only Facebook group. You can also sign up for Amazon Music. There's a link in the description. Click on the link. You get a couple of months of Amazon Music for free. I get a couple of dollars, even if you cancel. You can also use the links to buy the Emotiva CD player /DAC /transport. That is an affiliate link, so if you use it and you buy through it, I do get a commission. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen through your new Emotiva CD player. Fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.